you would understand why we want you here. So it is important that we are partners in the responsibility of teenagers driving to and from school and parking on school property. I was joking about the way they drive, but it's really not a joke, and it's really not good. There's not a week that goes by that we do not have some irate member of this community following kids into the parking lot, coming into the office to tell us about their driving, passing school buses, driving too fast. People call us all the time with the license plate number. And these are concerned people that, they're not calling the police. They're coming into us to say, you have to do something. When we get those, we will absolutely call you. And we just hope that you will work with us for consequences for that kind of driving, because they're putting themselves and everyone else at risk. We certainly can give our school consequences for that, but ask that you help us also. Also, that the graduated driver's license laws are followed. They are not allowed to drive with more than one person in the car. And yet every morning, if any of you would like to come and stand in the parking lot, you will see them pull in with multiple people in the car with them. And they're breaking the law every day. So it is important that we, all the adults in our lives, ensure that the laws are followed. The trooper's going to review those with you. And we are lucky to have Trooper Williams. We are lucky to now have sheriff's officers here from Monmouth County, but they're not here to give them a hard time, write tickets. They will if they have to, but they're trying to educate them, as we all are. So we hope that that we're just trying to reinforce to you and review with you our policies and the laws, and so that we have safety is our utmost. We had an accident in the parking lot today. Just today. It happens. They have accidents in the parking lot all the time. They have accidents pulling out of the parking lot. Everybody is in a very big hurry to go, we're not sure where. So I'm going to turn this over to Trooper William, who's going to review with you the laws and some important facts. We will take questions at the end. We will not have you here more than 15 minutes, I promise.
Good evening, everyone. I'm the school resource officer here, and I'm in Upper Freehold, Farmingdale, Roosevelt, all over that we cover. So I'll be talking to you today about a couple of the rules, and like I said before, it's just a matter of paying attention, slowing down, and because the accident today could have been easily avoided, because just hit a parked car. Just took a turn a little bit more slow, it would have been fine. All right. So, some statistics. Motor vehicle crashes are number one cause of death for a person aged 16 to 20. In 2017, in New Jersey alone, 17 teen drivers and passengers died in collisions. In 2010, 19 teen drivers and 14 teen passengers were killed. And every 10 minutes, a teen crashes here in New Jersey. Seatbelt use among teens is the lowest for any age group. Teen crashes are most often the result of distraction, experience, speeding, or failure to yield. The chance of collision increased by 50% for each passenger that's in the car. And the risk of a crash goes up significantly after 9 p.m. Roughly half of all first-year licensed drivers get into some sort of collision during their first year. So how the program works, since implementation, 17-year-old drivers have seen a 16% drop in collisions, 14% drop in collisions involving injury, and 25% drop in fatal collisions. 18-year-old drivers have seen a 10% drop in both collisions and fatal collisions. Jail drivers can only drive between 5:01 a.m. and 11 p.m. This applies to both a permanent and a probationary license. The exceptions is if the driver has a job that requires him or her to stay out past 11. It's legal as long as the driver has a signed letter from an employer, and also a religious obligation that keeps the driver out past 11. It's legal provided the driver has a letter from the church and synagogue, etc. Only one passenger in the car, unless it's a parent or legal guardian that are also in the car. And that case, if a parent's in the car, it can be as many passengers as there are seatbelts in the vehicle. Before the law was, it could be a sibling or grandparent, things like that, but it has to be a parent or legal guardian. Also, a red decal on both the front and rear of the license plates of the car. All passengers must wear seatbelts regardless of their location in the car. Drivers are responsible for any passengers under the age of 18. GL drivers may not use any portable electronic devices. They might use a cell phone at any time, even if they're using a hands-free device. The one exception to this is if they're in trouble, they need to call 911. That is perfectly fine. For each GL violation, it's a $100 fine. You can't free out at any point. Bearing offenses, a court appearance is required. So basically, they're going to get points if they get a ticket. A driver is a probationary driver from the time he receives his permit until he gets his basic license. If the driver commits 2 or more violations and accumulates 4 more points, you'll have to attend the probationary driver's school at your own cost. When your child turns 18 and has completed 1 year of their probationary license, let's go to the DMV and receive their basic license. They'll still be considered a probationary driver until you go and switch it over. So I'm going to do a GDL checkpoint to make sure everyone has their decals and there's only one person in the car. Also check their license. So even though they're 18, they still have that yellow probationary. They're still under all the GDL laws until they go and switch it over, even if they're 18. So a few times during the year, me and a couple of friends will be out in the parking lot and conduct checkpoints to make sure everyone's following the rules. We typically, it's just an educational tool. We will remove anyone that's in the car if it's more than one person, but basically won't be giving tickets or anything like that. It's just educational. We hand out pamphlets and stuff like that. Teen drivers are more likely to demonstrate safe behavior if his or her parents or guardians are practicing safe driving behavior. So those of you who don't know who you are. Always wear your seatbelt when your child's in the car. Never talk on the phone or text while you're driving. Obey the speed limit. And encourage your child to follow the GDL laws and all other driving laws from the beginning. As a parent, you have the right to take your child's keys if you feel like they're not being safe. Yeah.
So, as Trooper Williams said, and as I said too, that they are not here to give tickets. Every once in a while, someone does not know how to be respectful when they are stopped, and that results in that happening. So I think it is important to remind them about how to behave when they are stopped and asked for information. A few times we've gotten called out there ourselves to come out and help with the situation because somebody is irate and they're, can't calm down about it, and then they end up getting the ticket. But it's very rare that that happens. So it's important, again, that those GDL laws are followed, both on the roads and driving here to school, parking on our property. Do you have any questions?